Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am the Pink Lady. And today you are watching March 18th's daily reading. Now, thank you so much for tuning in if you are watching from my Instagram page at the Pink Lady, or if you are tuning in from my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. Today I am playing the chakra singing bowl that is associated with the sacral. So please, as I am getting prepared to give you this reading, tune into the sounds that you hear in the background and the frequency that I am playing. And let me know how you guys feel about that. If you guys like opening the reading this way using the crystal singing bowl. But without further ado, I would like to get into the reading. Like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today is March 18th. Daily reading. Now this is for today, but this is also a timeless reading, so you find this whenever you should. Like I said, this is a general message, so that means that these messages will be applied generally. Please take with what resonates and leave the rest. And without further ado, let's jump right into the bulk of this reading. If you are new here, if you need a little refresher, or just to explain how the readings go thus far, I created my own tarot spread, and it goes a little something like this. The first card is the daily inspiration over here. The second card is the driving force of the day, and the third card, the card in the middle, are the lessons for the day. I also tried to incorporate some form of mantra or some form of affirmation, just because I think it's very important to not only be conscious of the things that we're doing and the things that we want, but the things that we're saying, because words are so powerful. And with that being said, I'm ready to just jump right into the reading. So I'm using two different decks today. I am using the Light Seers Tarot, and the Vice Versa Tarot. And what I love about the Vice Versa is it has two sides, and we'll get into it. But the first card for today is the Fool. Love this card. This is the front. This is the back. But the Fool's back is to us. I also see this as this is us. This is me looking into our energy, right? So in order to see the other side, in order to know what's behind the Fool, you have either have to have experienced the Fool or been the Fool yourself. But I think experiencing the Fool is in part, being the Fool yourself. And with that being said, I really feel like all of us are stepping into this space where we want to embrace some sort of new opportunity. And as I can see, the second card is being the Moon card. Love this card because this is the front. This is the back. So this is the side that it laid upon, and if you look at it, the Fool seems to be looking at this woman who is appearing, this magical woman who is appearing out of the water between these two pillars with this constellation above her head, and it seems like the shooting star is going straight towards the constellation. So I really feel like today we are being inspired this fine March 18th by different avenues, different routes, new beginnings when it comes to the way that we deal with things that are related to the moon, i.e. our subconscious, the taboo. Even when it comes to secrets, I really feel like we're looking at new ways to navigate the dark. And the reason why I say that is because the card that I pulled from the Light Seers Tarot is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is the card that I ask to explain what links these two cards together. And this to me looks like a gift either that you are giving yourself, a gift that has been given to you by the universe, or an actual physical, tangible gift, because this is the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there may have been some sort of present bestowed upon us, even if it's just the idea of value. So that's money, time, energy. I know a lot of what's going on right now is causing a lot of us to like slow down, to take a pause, to adjust and revalue and reprioritize. And the Ace of Pentacles is all about that. It's all about value. It's all about priorities. So I really feel like today we're being inspired by our need to figure some shit out, and to find some sort of new normal, to find some sort of new way to navigate the things that even maybe make us a little uncomfortable, because the Moon card does speak to the depths of us as human beings and just the subconscious and all of that. So actually, I want to take a look at today's driving force to just give us some more clarity on what we have in store for today, this fine March 18th. Okay. So the driving force for today, we have the Six of Cups. This is the front. This is the back. And then we have the Eight of Coins. This is the side that it fell on. This is the back. And then we have the Page of Cups. Okay. So this is very interesting. Let me take this in for a second. Okay. So you know how I was saying how we are being inspired today by our need or our want or our desire to find new and better ways to find or to start new chapters in our life, especially when it is involved with feminine energy or just the subconscious, the taboo, the things that occur I guess in the dark. And it's crazy because the first card that came out is during the night, and on the other side of it, it's like this, I don't know, like it reminds me of this like whole like fairy tale story scene for some reason, and like the prince is coming out to say hi to like the regular like river nymph that he always speaks to when he walks in, and they have a little crush on each other or something, I don't even know. But this reminds me of then in another scene, the antagonist in the background that is for some reason such a fucking hater and just upset that there is joy and love and beauty and bliss in other people's lives because for whatever reason they feel like they lack that themselves. And he just seems real upset, like just look, he got a little mad look on his damn face. And then if you look at this card, the Eight of Pentacles, this little boy looks very confused by this man. And the Eight of Pentacles is about hard work, it's about consistency, it's about understanding what you do, how you do it, and needing to understand that repetition and opportunity is the only way that you really hit the jackpot. So it's kind of like this man creating this art, this gold coin, doing his job over and over and over and over and over again because it's his job, he loves it, he's good at it, this is what he's choosing to do, this is where he's choosing to place his valuable time, because like I was talking about, value can be time, actual money, energy, and when we have the Eight of Pentacles here, but especially on this side, I feel like in both of these cards there is this presence of a third party, or this presence of like an onlooker who seems to be so confused or disapproving or polar or opposing to the current storyline, like the current process that's going on. And with that being said, I feel like for this to be the driving force for today, Spirit is telling us that the reason why we are being so inspired, and the reason why we want to start anew, and the reason why we want to start focusing on new opportunities. I actually really want to read the chapter thing, the page for the moon card, because I just really am curious. So actually guys, I'm gonna go get that and I'm gonna come right back. Okay, this is very interesting, guys. It says that, hold up, I really want you guys to see. It says the moon towers, these two, it says the moon towers are shown to be open at the back, as with the tower card. The tower card was in the spread 11:01 on the clock, but the tower card was in the spread yesterday, so I definitely feel like these are connected. But it said, so I'm glad I grabbed the book. It says the moon towers are shown to be open at the back, as with the tower, but there is no rubble, no sense of destruction here. These towers were intentionally built to both reveal and conceal. One side open, one side closed. The imagination has free flow in the place of dreaming. dreams and visions, which is also something that the moon card represents. On this side, it says the cycles of the moon are reflected in the cycles of women, and thus the moon card is a card of feminine power. The woman here is the dark side of the high priestess, offering an initiation of sorts, a choice between a bowl of phosphorant seawater and a glowing egg. Which are you most drawn to, and what does that tell you about your psyche? Remember, solar thinking has no place here. The moon shadow has turned day into night. So I'm actually really glad I read that, because that gave me a completely different interpretation of this card, and I am getting used to this deck. And that just added a beautiful, very interesting layer to this. But it just goes to show 1212 on the clock, a testament to feminine power. There is a beauty, a subtle power, a subtle roar to femininity that can be hard to respect if you do not understand the magnitude that it does have. And I feel like maybe today we are all being inspired. Excuse me in my voice, but today we are all being inspired to find new ways to exercise our feminine power, and because feminine power is a lot more I was gonna say passive, but I feel like that is not even the most apropos word to use to describe feminine energy. I feel like this card it's such a beautiful representation of it, because I like how it said that these towers were built purposefully and intentionally with an open back, both to reveal and conceal, both to show and to hide. And it said that solar thinking is not has no use here when it comes to the moon card, because it is now nighttime and different things go bump in the night. And I think this really has to do with what we're going to be focusing on, and what we're going to allow ourselves to be focusing on. Because with the driving force being the Six of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, especially along with the Page of Cups, it goes to show us that the reason why we are being so focused on new ways to exercise our feminine power and our feminine nature, and the way that we navigate things when things aren't making logical masculine energy sense, we fall back into this into this intuitive vibe. We are being inspired by our intuition and our hard work that has occurred both in this lifetime and our past lifetime, because Six of Cups, like I was saying, and the I believe, I swear this card came out yesterday as well, but on the opposite side. But Six of Cups, sorry about that, I am trying to get these readings together and there's just so many little things just causing delays. Anyways, like I was saying, past life things, we fall back into this intuitive nature, and that is what we are being driven by. We're being driven by the hard work that we have put in, the things that have caused us to bust our ass, the people that we have busted our ass for, and the reasons why we do so, regardless if people understand it or not, regardless if people believe in it or not, regardless if even people support it or not. We are being inspired by our own dreams, our own passions, our own cup of love and wealth and abundance that we hold to ourselves, because the Page of Cups is the student of emotions. He wants to completely learn and master and understand what his emotions can do for himself. And if that is the drive for today, I completely understand why the moon and the Fool is what we are being inspired by. The two affirmations for today are good fortune and receptivity. Good fortune says the universe provides for me and my family with prospects for good fortune. And receptivity says I am open in my heart and mind to receiving the blessings that I deserve. The universe provides me and my family with prospects for good fortune. I am open in my mind and heart to receiving the blessings that I deserve. The universe provides me and my family with prospects for good fortune, and I am open in my heart and mind to receiving the blessings that I deserve. So like I was saying, we're trying to find all these new things. Something is being given to us, something is being bestowed to us. And the thing that I find beautiful about receptivity and openness, this is talking about the universe being such a provider to not only us but our family. And this doesn't just have to extend to our blood family, this can be to everybody. There is enough in this world for everyone. There is enough abundance and pleasure and peace in this world to go around for everyone. There's enough for everyone. And this scarcity mindset that is plaguing the world, especially right now, is definitely something for us to take a look at, because when you are open in your mind and heart to receiving the blessings that you deserve, you will always receive what you need when you need it and how you need it. So let's take a look at today's lesson for today. It says, trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew that you would be absolutely supported, what would you do? That is a beautiful question to ask yourself. And that is actually something that I have been working on or exploring within myself, because I feel like a lot of the times us as human beings allow any little thing to deter what we feel like our dreams are, because sometimes things don't make logical sense. But now that we are being inspired by this moon energy, now that we are being inspired to walk into the gateway of the unknown, walk into the gateway of the energy that doesn't always make linear sense, what can you create in the dark? I mean, everything is created in the darkness. So what will you create out of nothing? Is the kind of thing. If you knew that you were supported, what would you do? It says that you don't have to waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. So anyone that is feeling lonely, scared, or just any sort of way, just take it day by day. Understand that we are all protected and we are being guided. Everything happens for a reason, guys. It says, if you take one baby step each day within a year, you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe about how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Oh, wow. This is literally talking about support and receptivity. Things are not going to work out the way that you are planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. And this is also like a very poignant personal message for me, just because it's really talking about just having patience and trusting your own personal journey and understanding that things really do happen for a reason. And even like all of the little minor interruptions that have been going on recently for me, and just trying to even do these readings for you guys. It's just very interesting to observe and see the way that the world works out, but it always works out so beautifully. So guys, I really beg you to not only be open to receiving, but be open to experiencing life the way that it should be, because life is happening for you, not against you. So receptivity doesn't just have to only represent receiving things that are physical or tangible in this world. Like, we can also be receiving thoughts, messages, personal downloads, new perspectives, or just our understanding of things in a different way, and that can be more valuable than anything that can actually be given into us. But honestly, guys, I think that we might be getting a little something, or it might be something that is more tangible, since we have the Ace of Pentacles on the board. But to close the reading, I'm going to pull one of the 50 ways to find your power from the Spark Your Magic little, I was gonna call it a deck, but it's not really a deck. It's like a thing full of like fake matches. But I got them from this cute little boutique in DC. It's called Brightside, and they have 5 other locations other than the one that I was near. So if you guys can and want anything like this, head over to Brightside, and they have 3 different types of packs. Other than this, they have a Spark Your Romance and Spark Your Happiness, I believe. And this is not sponsored. I just thoroughly enjoyed their store and their brand and just their website. And so if you guys want something like this or anything like this, please give Brightside give them a check them out. I will leave a link down in the description in the bio below. But without further ado, we're going to pick 1, 2 for today. And it says, write out your career goals and then keep them at your workspace. Okay, write out your career goals and keep them at your workspace. And find a sacred space to spend some time alone. Okay, guys. And with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to get a personal reading, please feel free to contact me at the Pynk Lady tarot@gmail.com. That is Pynk with a Y instead of an I, just like my name. Or you feel free to contact me at on Instagram, feel free to DM me at the Pynk Lady. That is the Pynk Lady, Pink with a Y instead of an I. And without further ado, I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Bye.